Hi guys, I'm Shelley and welcome to another episode of the Hormone Diaries. Today I'm going to cover the topic of #FreePeriod, which is a campaign that is to help all school children have free period products because they don't. I mean, it's bad enough we still pay tax on all period products, but I'll get to that later. We're starting with school children. The campaign is aiming to give free period products to all school children, to just have them there ready for the children that they don't have to pay for. So I'm going to give you some facts that back up their campaign. Starting with 1 in 10 girls here in the UK cannot afford period products. They can't afford liners, they can't afford tampons, none of it. They just can't afford them. 49% of girls have missed a full day of school because of their period and because of a lack of products. 68% of girls felt that they paid less attention in class when they were on their period. In a survey of 1,000 girls, nearly half of them felt very, very embarrassed about having a period and felt they were unable to ask for help or unable to raise their hand to go to the toilet. Menstrual products cost a person £18,000 over their lifetime, and that is £13 a month. £13 per period on average if you have what the world classes as an average period. In the UK, 208,000 girls are eligible for free school dinners, but not for free liners, for free menstrual products, for health. The approximate cost of giving these girls free sanitary care would be about 4.78 million. This is based on the average of giving 4 or 5 products per period, but let's face it, who just uses 4 or 5 products through the whole week of having a period? That's a liner a day. I don't know anybody who doesn't use more than about 2 or 3 a day, but we're going apparently with the average of 1 a day. So that's some of the facts that the free period campaign are using, and let's face it, they're bloody good facts. Girls are not going to school because they're having their period. They are embarrassed, they are hiding away because they are having their period. When I was at school, you couldn't get free pads either. You can go to the nurse and you could ask for 1 pad per period, and this is what gets me. The pad you were given is ridiculous. So I have an example here. This is the sort of pad I would be given by the nurse. Actually, this is bigger than the pad I would be given by the nurse. This is just the smallest one I own. So it's pretty thin. It's not going to hold much. It would last about half an hour, if that. It's not going to last you the whole day. It's ridiculous. To be honest, the one the nurse would give me would be about that long from here to here. It'd be about that big. It wouldn't fit most teenagers. It wouldn't fit hardly anybody I can think of, and that is all you were given for the whole day. And this is the average size of a normal pad. This is what I would use normally. This would last me an hour to 2 hours. It's big, it's thick, and I'd get through 2 or 3 of these a day. And they want school kids to last on less than this throughout the whole day. And you can only ask for 1. You can't go back the next day. You can't go back in an hour's time when that liner is gone. Girls are staying at home because they're having their period, because of a health issue. Now, many argue, why don't they just go to the doctors? Why don't they get the pill? Because the pill can suppress your period. But the pill is also expensive. If you are lucky enough, and it's very, very rare that you are able to have free prescriptions, even then you are asking these young women to change the makeup of their body, to change the way their hormones work, instead of just giving them a pad. You're asking them to go on a pill which has massive side effects, is very expensive, and to be honest is ridiculous. You're asking them to change their whole body makeup because you cannot be bothered to supply free sanitary cells just in schools. We're not talking at home. We're not talking when these kids get home. We're talking about just when they are at school. What I find really hypocritical is that we give away free condoms. Free condoms in schools. You can go and get free condoms pretty much everywhere, but you cannot get free sanitary towels. This isn't even about sex. This is a health issue. This is not a choice. It's not a choice to put a pad on. It's not a choice to put a tampon in. It's a health issue. And to say that, oh, girls can just go on the pill, that's not a choice either. And that also costs money. And it costs the NHS a hell of a lot more money than it would to just give out free pads. I was terribly, terribly embarrassed and terribly upset if I had to go to school while on my period. 1, because of the pain, but 2, mainly because I had heavy periods. I have endometriosis, and so I would have to change my pad on an extreme high level, and to put your hand up every 5 minutes and ask to go to the bathroom sooner or later those teachers just think you're faking. They think you're just trying to get out of class. But the truth is, I had to go to the toilet all the time and change my pad, and had to carry them around with me all the time, and they are very, very, very expensive. So if you would like to support this campaign, which I really hope you do, now that I've, badgered on quite a lot, I will leave links down below to the #FreePeriod campaign, to many other different sources of information, so please go and check that out, and please support this. And as I said, this is not even mentioning the fact that we pay tax on a health product. We pay tax on period products, which is just kind of ridiculous. It's not voluntary to have a period. We're not choosing to have a period. The pill is a contraceptive medication and not let's not have periods tablet. It's just, that argument is ridiculous and makes me angry, but then this whole situation makes me angry. But I will leave links to everything down below. Please go and check it out, and please go and support the campaign if you can. And that is this month's Hormone Diaries. I did have one for December, but I did it while I had PMT. I've looked back on it. I'm not okay watching it myself, let alone showing you guys. So yeah, we're starting again. We're skipping a month, and I'll just go on an extra month because, that even happens with periods. We're skipping a month. I hope you guys are good, and I will see you next month for more Hormone Diaries. Bye. I've opened this up and I now have to throw it away. This is like 98p, if not more, worth of product I'm about to throw away. And it's just ridiculous. Why are we paying that much for a pad? Just take the tax off it, for Christ's sake. Yeah, I get very antsy about these things.